Fight and Talk back again, and today I'm delighted to be joined by James Hendin ahead of his bout against Tobias Harila on Cage Warrriors 160 on September the 29th, live on UFC Fight Pass. James, it's quite a quick turnaround for you actually, after such long layoffs that you've had. How nice is it for you to be getting back in and being so active?
Oh mate, do you know what it is? I can't wait. Like, I feel like I've grown so much. I feel like I grow in this gym like every single week, you know, and just get better and better every single week. So I'm looking forward to going in there and showing like a new part of my game. So, yeah.
Look, let's jump into it. The fight itself, what a fight it is. When it got announced, it was the first fight for that Manchester card, and you can see why. You against Tobias Harila. I think fans are expecting a war. What are you expecting from Harila?
I'm expecting Harila to be just, you know, the usual Harila. Come forward, be aggressive, you know, look for big shots. Obviously, he always comes in there for the kill. So I respect that. But for me, I'm going to go in there and just pure domination, you know, like just show how much better I am in every single department, and just go in there and get a big win, big finish against him. So, yeah.
Cage Warriors fans, I feel now, have grown to know what they expect from Harila and know what they expect from you. Because you're a GB judo, your ground game is phenomenal. It's something I think very different to what a lot of his opponents have offered previously in Cage Warriors. Do you expect that to play a big part? And can you see this not being the classic striker versus grappler, but that sort of way of a fight?
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. I mean, I definitely feel like I'm a lot stronger in the grappling department than what he is, and I think he'd be stupid not to think that I'm going to come in there and grapple. But like I said, I grow on a weekly basis here in this gym, you know, like, and because I've had obviously time off with injuries and things like that, things not working out in my favour. But like I say, I'm just looking forward to getting there and just showing like a completely new skill set of mine, and just going in there and just putting on pure domination. That's it, right? Just domination. That's all I do when I go into fights. I just look for finishes, go in there and just want to just dominate them and just let them feel like I'm better than you in every single area. So yeah.
Look, it's no secret. It's been difficult to get you matched in the featherweight division. Indians had to find these guys to bring in to fight you and offer you competitive fights. How nice is it for you to see another featherweight that's actually signed on a multi-fight deal accept the fight with you?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. Like I say, I feel like Tobias is he's a game fighter anyway. I've got a lot of respect for him. You know, like he always comes in there and he always goes for the win. And to be honest, I feel like he's I don't think he's fought anyone on my level. I don't think he's fought anyone as good as what I fought as well, you know. But like I said, I'm just looking forward to getting in there, mate, and just putting on an absolute show and just getting this big finish, you know. And then, like I said, because he's got a lot of hype behind him, you know, and I want to take that hype away from him. I want to take all that hype away from him. So yeah, with a big finish, I should be heading in that direction. So yeah.
Look, you got your title shot on, what was it, 3 days notice or something ridiculous like that, wasn't it? Yeah. Harry Hardwick revealed to Fight and Talk that when him and Harila fought, it should have been for the interim belt. Harila ended up getting hurt. It should have been on that London card. Harila's now matched against you in Manchester in September. Do you feel this should be for the interim featherweight strap?
Yeah, I do believe it should be for the interim featherweight strap. I'm not sure what's going on with Paul at the moment. I don't know where his head's at or things like that. But yeah, I do agree. I think it should be for the interim featherweight strap. But at the end of the day, I signed the dotted line and I'm here, and all I'm focusing on is just beating Harila in Manchester. So yeah.
Of course, you won't be looking past this fight, but I've got to ask you, that Newcastle card has now been announced. Yeah. I know it would literally be an 8-week turnaround, I think, from them two fights, but if you get through unscathed, is that a card that you'd be looking at as well? Because it's been a long time since you fought at home.
Yeah, possibly so. Yeah, we'll see. Like I say, we'll see. I'm not really thinking about that too right now. All I'm thinking about is Harila. But yeah, there's plenty of options there. You know, like Newcastle card maybe, or we'll see what happens after this fight. Ideally, like go in there, get a big finish against Harila, and potentially trying to look to get in on the contender series, or maybe a short notice fight in the UFC. So yeah, like with a big finish, I feel like that's where I'll be at.
You've mentioned there a couple of times that all the focus now is just on Harila. Are you the type of fighter that specifically makes a game plan for each fight? Or are you someone who totally focuses on yourself? Of course, adds elements in for certain fights and concentrates on yourself. Or is this camp solely focused on Harila camp?
I thought that's a pretty good question actually. Yeah, well, I always like to. 80% of the time I like focus on myself, but I'll be stupid not to change a few things and get better to prepare for someone like Harila. You know, because with someone like him, he's very good at what he's good at. You know, like I feel like he's very good at his forward pressure. His striking's very clean. He's very fast. He's very accurate. You know, so I'd be stupid not to train for those things. Because if I didn't train for those things, I'd definitely be like overlooking him essentially. So yeah, I definitely train for each specific fighter that I have, but not taken away from my game though. You know, like I'm always looking to adapt and put things into my game, but with new things added for this fight. You know, so yeah.
I know the last time we spoke was just before your last Manchester appearance, and I think it was the first time you've been out in Thailand and trained. Since then, you've been back out, took part in the Tiger Muay Thai Trials. Can you tell, and of course won them, congratulations. Can you sort of tell me a bit about that experience out there? For fans who maybe aren't aware of what they are, explain a bit about what the trials are.
Yeah, so the Tiger Muay Thai Trials are basically... They kind of change every year, but in 2023 the tryouts was like a 4-day, basically like a 4-day training camp essentially, where they just absolutely beast you every day, and they just look for like everything from like your skills in every area, from grappling to striking, etc. They look at like your heart, they look at your fitness, your mental toughness. You know, ideally they're designed just to break you down. That's it, and break you down. But like I say, I'm so mentally strong. Like, I like to think that's my biggest weapon is my mental toughness. And yeah, I went in there and obviously won it. So I must have been doing something right, you know.
What was that like to win though? Because there's thousands of people from around the world apply. Is it 32 or 26 get the spots on the course?
32.
Yeah. So even that in itself, to make that shortlist and get in one of the 32, then to win it, that must have filled you with even more confidence.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it filled me with confidence. Like, because all the guys and the ladies that were on the tryouts, like they were all super high level fighters anyway. Like you say, that had to be selected out of thousands of applicants, and 32 people got selected. So they selected like 32 people for the reason. So they wanted the best people to be a part of the tryouts competition. So yeah, and obviously winning it, like it was a great thing. Like you got people from all over the world, from all walks of life, people from like Chechnya, Uzbekistan, Dagestan, all parts of Russia, Middle East. You know, we got people from America there as well, like Australia, New Zealand, like from all walks of life. And it was just good to see like people from different countries with different games and different influences and how they approach and things like that. But I just stuck to my guns and just stuck to what I know, and obviously it worked out for me. So yeah,
I was literally just going to ask you about that. Of course, now Thailand is a hotbed for people all over the world to go and train. How much do you think that adds to your game, being able to train with the likes of somebody from Uzbekistan who might be a grapple heavy, somebody from America who might come from a karate background, all these different styles, having to face them one after the other? How much does that add to your game then moving forward, again, fill you with that confidence that you can literally face anyone from anywhere? It's not just British fighters.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, like it gives me heaps of confidence. That's why I like to go out there and train, because you could go on the training mat, you know, and on a sparring session, for instance, and you could be against a guy who could actually be like a 15-0 world champion in Russia, and you have no idea who this guy is or who this person is, and it's like, and yeah, and like obviously it's great for your confidence if you go in there and like say he could be a grappler heavily, he could be a striker, but it just helps because you kind of like get that you just get that feeling of every single style. So it's like you kind of like leave there feeling like there's no stone unturned, because you've actually faced every single possible style you can face, you know, like I say, everything from a striker to a very dominant wrestler, someone who's very good at jiu-jitsu, you know, and someone who mixes it all up very well, you know, and a majority of them guys do, but obviously they kind of lean in certain aspects of martial arts, but yeah, it just fills me with confidence being able to go out there and know that like I put my skills against theirs, and a lot of the time I'm coming out on top, so it's good for me, yeah.
Final one, then, it's a Swedish style next. What can Harila and what can fans expect from that James Hendin performance come the end of September?
Well, they can expect fireworks, you know. Harila comes to bring it. I always come to bring it, you know. So yeah, expect fireworks, and don't blink on this one, because there's going to be a big finish. Like.
Perfect. James, thank you very much for your time and all the best, mate. Thank you.